So what are we cooking next?
Today we're making grilled veggies.
Grilled veggies. Okay, well that sounds pretty easy. What kind of vegetables are we grilling?
So we have red bell peppers, green zucchinis, some green and orange tomatoes, some red onions, olive oil, balsamic vinegar, salt, pepper, and basil for garnish.
Okay, great. Now, it looks really beautiful in your preparation area.
Yeah, this is what we call the mise en place, and in French it means everything in its place, and it helps me keep organized and easy for cleanup.
Okay, what's first?
So to start off, we're gonna mix our marinade. You've probably seen this.
I know this: olive oil and balsamic vinegar in equal parts.
In equal parts,
You've taught me something.
Yeah, after many episodes of it.
I have seen this marinade before.
Yeah, a little bit of salt as always, and just a tad bit of pepper.
And did you want me to stir this
up?
Of
course,
of course. I've developed some skills, so
yes,
I can definitely do that. All right.
And while you do that, I'm going to start cutting zucchinis. So
I just love the way that balsamic vinegar smells.
Well, what's interesting is in this case, it's going to be used in a little bit of a different way than it usually does. So
we're not going to marinate the vegetables in it?
I usually try to, but I usually never have enough time. So usually you want it to be about 12 to 24 hours.
Oh, so overnight.
Overnight, yeah. I usually try to do it the night before. Okay. But a lot of times I'll have unexpected guests, so it's very difficult to.
Now those look like what, bite-sized pieces?
Yeah, they're bite-sized pieces. You don't want them to be too big because you want them to cook really quick. Okay. And since you're mixing it, I'll add some in there for you to continue mixing.
Shall I drizzle some of this over like I usually do?
Yes.
All right. See, I've got some skills.
Now, for the bell peppers, it's pretty much you want them to be about the same size.
Why is that? Just
so they cook evenly.
Oh, okay, because you want everything to cook fast, and you would want everything to be the same size.
Yeah, structurally they're about the same, so they'll cook about at the same time.
You're putting that in here too?
Yes, I'll be putting that in as I'm cutting it.
All right. Gosh, that's pretty. The green and the red together, it looks like Christmas. Oh, and those bell peppers really smell good.
Yeah, I mean they're really, really fresh. Now with the tomatoes, the reason I chose yellow ones is because of the color. Not only the flavors, but... You know,
sometimes when I cut a tomato up, I kind of smash it. Why is it that I smash a tomato and you cut your tomato and it looks beautiful?
It's using sharp knives. It's very, very important to have very, very sharp knives because...
I don't really trust myself with a sharp knife. I think I'm better at marinating.
Well, I mean, with a sharp knife, you're less prone to hurting yourself.
Really?
Yeah, because a dull knife, you'll tend to stick to stuff. And you can accidentally cut yourself.
Well, that does make sense. Now, these are also just about the same size in terms of your yellow tomatoes. And now it's an orange tomato?
Yeah, I'm going to be cutting an orange tomato just for for presentation. And also a little bit
beautiful. I mean, this just really...
Yeah, it's got really, really nice, vibrant colors.
It does. It looks like springtime.
Well, we are going into spring pretty soon, so... Now, with the onions, you want to be extra careful because
this is a lot of vegetables.
Well, I'm not going to be cooking necessarily all of them. It's just...
Oh, that's true. And hence the name grilled vegetables.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is I'm going to marinate some for tomorrow. I have a...
Oh, you could keep this overnight?
Yeah, I can keep it overnight. So if you don't use any of it, like let's say in your dinner party, you can use it for your lunch or a side dish for dinner. Okay,
great. So double usage, which is nice in this economy. Always good to be able to use all of your food.
Yeah. You want to just rough cut the onions. Kind of, that's almost equal same sizes.
And with this purple too, this is going to be really pretty.
Yeah, it's got all the colors of the rainbow.
Oh, the onion, I can smell it from here.
Yeah, the onion, I want to be very careful with it so I don't start crying.
All right, that's full. I think that is enough vegetables.
So, add a little bit of salt.
All right. And what does that do?
Just helps to bring out the flavors. You don't want to add in too much again, like I've...
Ooh, that onion. Wow.
Yeah, it is very sharp.
Oof. Now, what are you doing?
Now, set up the pan to medium heat.
Okay.
Put in just a little bit of olive oil as it starting to actually smoke up a little bit really quick.
Okay, there you go. There's your vegetables.
Thank you. Now, you want to be very carefully place this on the pan.
Woo.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it's going to smoke up a little bit because of the vinegar.
Okay.
what's good with balsamic, it tends to bring out the sugars in the veggies. So it'll, kind of acts like a double. You get the sugars from the vinegar and you get the sugars from the veggies.
Got it. And how did you come up with this recipe?
This recipe actually came up from my brother. My teenage brother, as most teenagers, doesn't like veggies.
He doesn't eat a lot of vegetables.
Doesn't eat a lot of vegetables.
That's
So
frustrating.
as soon as if I won't make it for a while, he'll come running in if he smells it, because as soon as you start cooking vinegar, balsamic, it just smells up the entire house.
And he loves this. He will eat his vegetables if you cook this for him.
He loves this. I mean, the trick is using fresh ingredients. You don't want to be feeding ingredients that have been sitting in the refrigerator for a couple of days. You want to get them as fresh as you possibly can. Farmers markets are a great way of being able to bring out the freshness in in your dishes.
Using local produce, that makes sense.
So as it's caramelizing, you want to move it just a little bit.
Why aren't you just shaking it about? That's what I would do.
You could. I mean, you could just saute it very quick.
Well, I wouldn't flip it, but I would shake it.
Flipping it, it's sometimes a little. People find it difficult to do. So practice with something that's not necessarily hot, so it won't go into your, won't hurt yourself.
Okay.
But,
that's a good tip for me.
But I mean, using some tongs or just using a silicone spatula will work. Now as they're starting
it smells really good. Now, does your brother eat this for like lunch, or do you serve it as a side dish for dinner? Or?
Well, he's a swimmer, so I mean, he'll eat pretty much anything I'll cook. He's gotten to the point of knowing that my food is usually really, really good. So
those look, let's see if I know, caramelized?
Caramelized,
All
exactly.
right.
So you bring out the sugars. Now,
we're plating up?
Yeah, we're plating up.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Now, cooking the veggies, you don't want to cook them too much, because you want to have a little bit of a crunch to them.
Okay. If you cook them too much, they'll get soft.
They'll get soft, a little soggy.
Okay.
They'll start losing their flavors. It won't be as great.
They look really good. I don't know if everybody can see this yet, but it smells delicious.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Yep.
There we have it. This is what our grilled vegetables look like. And shall we go ahead and taste it?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
I have a little piece here.
I'm going to go for a pepper too, I think.
Usually you want to try to grab everything at the same time, but
Well,
I love peppers.
I do too. Mmm. Oh, it's still a little hot, but boy, it's delicious. Mmm. Now, the recipe for this and for all our previous shows are all posted on our website at www.chefarsini.com. And if you have a recipe at home that you'd like Chef Arsini to prepare on the television, well, we would love to see it. So please send it to us at suggestions@chefarsini.com.